Welcome back, everyone, to the Nevin Shapiro Show. I'm Mike Torado. I'm here with Nevin Shapiro. And today, you guys have been asking for former players. You've been asking for some legends to come in. Oh, we're bringing one to you right now. Arguably, one of the best running backs Miami has ever seen. 2002 Heisman finalist and an NFL legend, Willis McGahee.
What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, Willis? Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. So before the video starts, guys, please click that subscribe button. And of course, as we start every show, let's get into the action. All right, Willis. So honestly, there really isn't much of an introduction needed here. So let's just jump right into it.
Let's go.
Coming right out of high school, what made you choose the University of Miami?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, Miami was not my top choice.
Okay.
I was, when I started watching football, Ohio State, I was actually watching Ohio State and Florida State. Because you got to think, when I was watching football, Florida State had just won in '99 with Peter Warrick, and then I was a Peter Warrick fan. So, yeah, Miami was not the top prospect.
And what was like the leaning factor at the end, and what made you choose?
Well, what happened was when I was in ninth grade, Miami offered me a scholarship. And, I'm like, oh, Miami, scholarship. I didn't take football serious till my senior year in high school. So, and then my mom was a big Miami fan. So that was the determining factor right there. So
you get to the University of Miami, you meet the original NIL booster, as they call him.
NIL.
Can you guys both, and I'll let you go first, can you both explain your relationship to everybody, like at the University of Miami?
The thing about that is, I didn't meet Nev until when?
Your sophomore year.
Sophomore year. I was in a phase at that point in time in my life. I was like, all right, I ain't playing. I'm just sitting back watching everybody else play. Clint Portis was there. We had James Jackson, IJ Davenport, all those guys, man. And I was actually ready to transfer, to tell you the truth. Because I felt like I should have been on the field. But, at that point in time, we had so many gangsters out there, you just had to sit and wait your turn. I didn't realize that until after the fact. And I was just talking to Nevin earlier, trying to figure out where did we actually meet at. And I'm going to let him take over from that.
Yeah. So when I got involved and I actually became a booster, the way they did it was they're like, look, we're going to, you gave enough money to the point of like you get to pick your scholarship player. I go, well, that's easy because, I'm a big skip the booster stuff and all that. I've been a diehard psycho nut job on this program my whole life. Right. And I know who's coming in, but more importantly, I'm a big football fan. And I love the high school game. I've always watched who's our local dudes. I was watching this kid for a minute. I already knew he was that next dude. He may not have known who I was, and that was cool, but he was going to find out. And I knew he was going to be that dude. And so when they said, okay, who do you want? They basically said, well, is there I said, yeah, I want Willis McGahee. And they said, well, yeah, no, well, he's not actually one of the acquired. Yeah, you can. I said, good. And I knew what I was doing. I'm a personnel guy. I ain't picking no scout team kid. I knew what it was. And this is so we're at the banquet and we're on our way to the Rose Bowl. And Willis isn't, he's not playing. I just remember it was me, him, and Jarrell Weaver, I think, sitting at the table and we're fucking bullshit. And I said, man, don't worry, man. Your time's coming. And I just remember like it was yesterday. And I was with my girlfriend, Mimi, and she says, oh, is that our scholarship player? I said, yeah, no one knows who he is today. I said, but I'm telling you, we'll be back at this thing. You'll see. Dude blew up like the 4th of July, man. And when I saw him show up against the Gators, that opening when we went and fucking stomped on Rex Grossman's shit. Fucking Vince was fucking hitting fake baseballs out of the stadium after he sacked them. I said, Willis broke out for 200. And I said, man, I fucking knew it. And man, I knew it. I just knew it. Listen, man, when you really love something and you know what you know, you typically know what you know. And I knew this dude was going to be rocking and rolling. So He didn't get where I was hoping he could get. He got where I expected him to get.
Right. And was it from the practices? Like you saw him in
Man,
practice?
I watched him in high. He was at Central. I just knew, man.
Yeah.
I was peeping everything, man. Like I just know my dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just know my people.
Yeah.
And that's why when I talk, Mike, not to get off this topic, but like that's why when I talk in the university, I feel, oh, this guy don't know shit. Man, I know everything about this fucking program. Okay, I know the fucking DNA and the blood flowing through this bitch. Like I'm not just guessing. Like I'm not just guessing. I do this. This is what I do. Fuck the scandal and all that. We all wish that could come back.
Yeah.
And you know, never have happened.
And listen, honestly, that was the segue because I wanted to ask you, you know, a lot of people, we get a lot of comments still that people still blame the downfall of the program to Nevin and the mediocrity that we've had in the last 20 years. What's your thoughts on that? And also, like, why do you think we've been mediocre for 20 years?
I think we've been mediocre for 20 years because, one, we don't recruit enough down here in Miami. Two, we go out and get those kids, which is nothing wrong, kids from California, kids from New Jersey, New York, which is nothing wrong with those athletes. But I think everything that we need is down here. You got to think about it. We let Amari Cooper get out of Miami-Dade, Levante David. Who else left out of Miami-Dade? There's a lot of people that left out of Miami-Dade. Dalvin Cook.
Devontae Freeman before him.
Yeah, we let all these guys go. You know, it's just
Jerry Judy.
That's Broward County, yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing. Dade Broward, yeah.
I mean, you can do all your recruiting here in state of Florida, you know, except for certain positions. You know, you might have to go get Iowa to get the more linemen, you know, things like that. But we don't recruit enough down here, and that's the issue. I think we think we're too good. Where these kids are from here, we're going to come here automatically. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
You got to think about it. When Ohio State made their run, Clemson, Alabama, I guarantee they had more than 4 Florida kids on their team.
100%, man.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest point, man. And Wills is just saying, like what I say every show. Man, this is like the South Florida, and I'm talking Tri-County area specifically, right, is like the Saudis with oil. Man, the resources are here, man. Why you looking beyond your yard?
Yeah.
Ohio State wasn't shit without our fucking influx of kids. Alabama, all their success is based, a lot of it, we're strong components of their success and it's a recipe.
No way Derrick Henry should be at Alabama.
Yep.
That's to all Florida schools. I mean, he shouldn't have got out of Florida, period.
100%. We talk about it. Calvin Ridley, I played with him at Monarch. I mean, he should have never, those guys can't leave.
Yeah.
Those guys can't leave. And so what do you say to the people that blame Nevin for the downfall?
That wasn't Nevin's fault. You know, it's a lot of people don't know about what goes on behind the camera. You know, they don't know what they see every day or what we see every day at the school and who's not in the school. I mean, Nevin was just there being Nevin. I mean, the show doesn't stop with him. The show still goes on. Pretty sure it goes on in the SEC. Nobody's saying anything. It goes on in the ACC. It goes on in the Big 12, wherever.
Right.
Nevin was just one guy who it just caught up. He just got caught.
Yeah. So Miami goes through its sanctions, obviously. Now it's legal. What's your whole thoughts on this NIL now? Like this wild, wild west, this craziness.
Everything always been about money. From the beginning. I mean, think about it. How much money we made at the university when we were playing out there? Well, made NCAA. We didn't get paid. Well, all that money went to. Because the University of Miami does not have their own stadium. And we made plenty of money for them to have their own stadium. It's all about money, man.
You know, Mike, there's this misperception. And I'm not trying to be some kind of like saint. We know I'm not, right? But like there's this misperception that like, you know, I was paying kids to come to Miami. Not the case. I took care of kids when they got to Miami. If you were with us, I had you. I wasn't chasing you to come here. You either wanted to be or you didn't. And that was it. And that's the God's honest truth. I'll never switch up on any interview I'll ever give if I do any interviews moving forward. Like, no one was looking out for these kids, man. This isn't University of Miami those days is not University of Miami today, where kids are getting Lamborghinis to show up and taking their entire fucking offense out to dinner at Prime 112.
Right.
That's not how it worked back then. These dudes were happy to fucking like be able to eat after a fucking game or just there's too many stories to share.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I must say, never received no money from Mr. Shapiro at all.
That's a fact. I mean, that's a fact. Yeah, there were like the Heisman situation and going there and this and that, but there was no like, I didn't pay Willis to come to play at the University of Miami, or that was never the case.
Right.
Never.
So let's switch gears for a second here. So a few months ago, we had Brett Romberg on the show, and I asked him about the 2002 national title game. You arguably had one of the best seasons of any University of Miami player ever.
Excuse me. That's not arguably.
We argued Cam Ward.
Cam Ward had a great year last year. He's a quarterback and in an
running
air
back,
raid system.
definitely.
This guy's offensive season in one season was unmatched in the history of the University of Miami.
Yeah.
I stand, and anyone who feels otherwise.
I do agree. I do it. You know, the fans come and start. No,
There's nobody.
wait.
Listen, nobody can challenge that. It's not arguably. Like, I'm just saying, it's not arguably. This guy had the best year. I'm not, because he's in front of me. I would say it if he wasn't. I've said it without him in front of me.
Yep.
Guy had the best year in the history of the University of Miami football program.
Yep.
Offensively.
Fortunately, you did have the gruesome injury. Can you walk us through this pregame and the start of the game and the struggles you guys had in that football game?
I don't think we had any struggles, man. I just think that, well, first of all, let me say this. Coach always told us, never let the refs decide your fate. Always go out there, do what you're supposed to do. That way they can't take the game away from you. Obviously, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, but when we did do what we were supposed to do, it was a little too late. And it all depended on a certain call between the referee and, you know, that changed the game and the outcome for us. We haven't been the same since, but as far as that game, you know, I was saying to myself, you know, this here is going too good to be true. Perfect season, perfect storm. Had an injury there, but it really wasn't anything. So it's like, I know I'm leaving. I already said to myself, I have a good game against Tennessee, Florida, Florida State, Virginia Tech. I'm gone. So I already knew I was gone. I was like, should I take it easy this game or should I not? And I was, you know, it was in my head. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I was like, you know, just come on, get through this game. But then we were losing, so it was like I knew everybody was dependent on me. I was dependent on me. My family, my friends, everybody's dependent on me. So, you know, I just try to take it upon myself and try to win the game, help the team the best way I can. And, you know, unfortunately, I got injured.
You were starting to pick up, man. That third, fourth quarter started to really pick up.
Yeah, you could feel it, too, in the stadium. Man, that was just that whole situation. One of the worst. It was just a bad scene, man.
Yeah.
And I went through it, like, with Wills, like on the tail end of that situation. I remember going to his brother's gym, watching him rehab. Man, it was. I don't think people understand, like, because this is 2002, so this isn't today's medical technology. Man, I watched that. It was crazy what kind of work that dude put in. Man, I couldn't believe it, man. And his brother's brutal. So, like, there was no fucking slack in Eugene. Like, I watched it, man. It was mind blowing what this guy was enduring to get back. Yeah. You know, and I don't, you know, today's generation, maybe they don't remember as well as, like, you know, our generation. But man, what a gruesome thing to witness. And then the aftermath for me, man, I was like, you know, I was watching him and Drew, you know, on draft day, man. I was real, like, you know, like, man, who didn't have tears in their eyes? Like, happy for if you really know the kid. If you didn't know him, you had tears in your eyes. Imagine feeling, you know, it was a brutal situation. It was, you know, he's one of my favorite players of all time, period.
100%. So to wrap it up, we win and then we don't. The flag gets thrown, right?
Right.
There was even a report that Sean Taylor threw his helmet in the air and it broke, and he wasn't even able to play the second series of that ensuing overtime. What was your thoughts? Like, you guys win, and then, like, obviously confetti is coming, and then they pull it back.
Man, I wasn't even. I watched some of the game, but then I was in the back, man. I was just like,
he didn't know where he was, man.
Yeah, it was like starting all over again. So it was like, damn, I got to come back to school again, do this all over again. Hopefully I don't get hurt. And man, I was confused. Then Dr. Reeves said we can do surgery as soon as we get back, and then, you know, that kind of cheered me up a little bit. But other than that, I didn't give a fuck about the game no more.
I hear you.
Yeah, man, dude, that's a lottery ticket that just goes. He was going to the Houston Texans, man. He was the second pick of the draft. Like, be clear about it.
Yeah.
Like, listen to me. No cap. Second pick.
Houston or Dallas. Dallas is going to move up. But Dre, hey Dre, shout out to Dre, Houston, Texas. Texas is great. Can't be mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course.
And that, that's true. He was going to be the second pick behind Carson Palmer. Obviously, they were going to go quarterback, and he'd have been with Dre in Houston. And man, that would have been fucking great.
Mm-hmm. So there's a viral topic, Willis, that has ensued on our show, and we don't talk about it anymore unless there is a former Hurricane from the 2001 team. It's the 2019 LSU. I mean, it's been this
2019 LSU couldn't hold our fucking jockstrap.
I love it. I fucking love it.
I mean, I don't have to instigate, right?
We would have knocked Joe Burrow old ass block off in college, even though he was older than everybody else. We didn't care. You know, they're comparing our team like we would have beat the Bengals at one point in time, and that's an NFL team.
So I'd like, since we got one of the three amigos here, right? I'd just like to give what our backfield's NFL stats are. Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, 36,000 combined NFL yards. LSU, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 1,800.
I don't know if
there's a moment of silence.
Yeah. Hey, nothing against LSU now, but
nothing,
they
man.
couldn't
No.
they couldn't compete with us.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Listen, man, our defense.
Only team that probably would have competed with us is, what is it, 86 Hurricanes? Mm-hmm. They're the only ones, and we'll tell y'all old asses up too, baby. You ain't gotta worry about that.
We had Benny and Tolbert
that's where I gotta draw the line with Willis, because you know how I feel.
It's okay.
Get it. Those are my fucking original dudes.
I
man.
get it.
And I'm just standing on Jerome Brown, God rest his soul, Michael Irvin, Benny Blades, man. I fucking love those dudes. Man, I love those dudes. Those are the way you look at this guy, that's how I look at those guys.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
We'd have tore their asses up, bro. Trust me. We're too athletic for those guys.
Yeah, we had Benny Blades and Tolbert Bain on, and
but we're too athletic for those guys.
So what's okay? If in an inevitable game of 2019 LSU, what's the score of the game?
I don't know, because our defense was lights out. We were covering every spread there was when the spread was going on for the bookies. I'm just saying though, but
Facts.
Yeah.
How many points we allowed that year?
Oh, it was like 9.4, I think.
Yeah.
I was less than 10. Less than 10 points
our
a game.
defense was.
Here's the craziest stat.
People think, hold on one sec. Everybody thinks Joe Burrow was going to be playing catch. It was there was no one in his fucking shit.
Yeah.
What, dude? We had a fucking 8-man rotation on the D line. They were subbing themselves out. Randy Shannon said, man, you guys just fucking sub yourselves in and out.
No, they were good.
Man.
I practice against them every day. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. The craziest stat I've ever heard in the history of college football, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes would have went 8-4 if we never scored an offensive touchdown.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I've never heard a stat like that. I mean, that's insane. 8-4. Miami barely could go 8-4 now.
Them guys was great, bro. You got to understand. Our leaders was Ed Reed. I mean, don't get no better than that.
Come on, dude. Sean Taylor and Antrell Roll.
Sean Taylor didn't even start. He was like me. He didn't even start that year.
Yo, those guys couldn't smell grass.
Yeah, they didn't start.
Come on. What are we even talking about again, man?
Listen, I know. Only if when there's a UM.
You know how to just how to turn my heat up, man. You know what it is.
So, all right, let's get into the current landscape, and this is our final segment. What are your thoughts on the current Miami Hurricanes team, and what do you see us doing this year?
I think we're on the right track. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like what's going on out there, but me being me is hard to compare because I only go off of one thing: what we did in college. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's how I look at the game. They're not us, so we got to accept what it is. But they got some pretty good talent out there. I'm looking forward to seeing what old Malachi Tony's going to do. I'm looking forward to seeing what JoJo do. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Carson Beck do because I'm actually a Carson Beck fan for some strange reason. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, I hope he fills the shoes of Cam Ward, because everybody's comparing him to those two against each other. So, I just want to do good, man. Just hopefully turn the program around. I ain't expecting no natty. We just need to get in the playoffs and cause a little havoc.
100%. I mean,
Man, great answer.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, great answer, man. Like, you know, that the problem with the Miami fan base, and understandably, we're used to such elite greatness from a time back when. But let's be real. It's 25 years already. 20 some odd years. People got to remember that time as glorious and a moment in time. But this is a new era, and it's a new time, and it's a new day and age in college sports. And kids are getting paid. They're employees now. Like, they're not students. Okay, the student athlete shit is, I don't know who's talking about that. That's not what it is. And Miami should be, and here's my beef, you know, Mike, all the time, you know, you get me started with the Mario talk. Like, look, man, bottom line is, we want this guy to win, and we expect him to win. And not going to a playoff with the resources they have here is going to bring up a lot of contempt from others. And I just speak on the fan base. Forget what I was and the villain and all that shit, man. I'm keeping the shit real. Like, yo, there's nothing other than an ACC championship, or at least ACC championship appearance, right? Because you can't win every single game, and you better be in the fucking playoffs. That's it. Anything else is you fucking suck and you underachieved. And if any Miami fan doesn't like that, then you should go to fucking Dr. Phil and get some help, man. Get your own game intact.
yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. That's how I feel.
You agree with that?
Definitely. I got high standards for it now. Listen,
I hear
I
you,
lost
yeah.
2 games in 3 years at Miami. So anything after 2 losses is a bust to me. So,
Yeah.
but it's not me, it's for them. So, I mean, hey.
So do you feel that Mario is the guy to bring us back?
Well, that's a good question. I would like for Mario to be the one to bring us back. You know, Mario coached with me when I was playing at Miami, so
Right.
it's always good to see former players and coaches that was there when you were there, because he's probably the only one that's not. Well, he is the only one that's there that's not here anymore that I coach with. So for Mario, I mean, I think he's a great recruiter. He is trying to bring the culture back as far as bringing players around, because at one point players wasn't coming around. Now he has a lot more people around supporting him. All I can say is good luck. I mean, you know how like Nevin said, you know how Miami people are. They got a high expectation. If it don't work out, it's going to be on to the next.
Comes with it, man. Like, honestly. And that's why I say, man, like, you think, like, everyone, oh, you're a Mario. I'm not a Mario hater. I'm a fucking realist, man. Listen, man. Kirk Cignetti, Indiana. Indiana? What? They play football there? They're in the fucking playoffs? What, are you kidding me? SMU, Rhett Lashley, he was our offense coordinator 4 years ago. You got them in the playoffs? Listen, man. Get us in the
Kelly
fucking
didn't.
playoffs. Stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, you got dudes. Like, they got fucking talent, okay? They got 5 stars out there, 4 star. They got dudes out there. Do what you're supposed to do, right? Skip the fucking bullshit. Like, I'm not trying to be tough and talk tough. Like, just go play and win. And, like, projections of 2 losses. I can tell you one thing, man. When he was there, during his era, I'm looking at our schedule. Yeah, we're going undefeated. We're talking like 2 losses, like it's a great year this year. Man, how about 0 losses? Why don't you start with that mindset?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
0. I didn't see these guys losing for fucking ever. I looked on their schedule. Yeah, we're going undefeated.
100%.
They're already projecting, can they win 11? Man, how about win them all?
Well, what did we say the over-under was? 9.5?
9.5. But, but it's a mindset, man.
That's what they have it right now,
listen,
9.5.
here's the difference of that Miami mindset then. Yo, we're going undefeated. We're not losing. Yeah, we can lose 2 and still get into the play. What? You're already defeated before you played.
Yeah. You want to smack
Levels,
Florida
dog.
State around. You want to
Levels.
Run the state of Florida, man.
Levels, man.
If you're in college, you should have the mindset of me. When I got there, I said I'm going to break every running back record there is. I did it. My record still stands at University of Miami right now for the 40-yard dash in the vertical jump. 4.38, or 4.32, one of them. 225 pounds, still standing 25 years later. Right now, vertical jump, 41.5 inches, still standing for running backs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told those guys when I went and talked to Mark Fletcher and Kyle and all those guys. I said, if y'all not coming in here and looking at these records and say I'm going to break it, then it ain't going to work for you.
Fucking expectation, man. You better come in here feel. That's what we used to do. Like there's, and I read a lot of the comments, not about me and not specifically, but I watch, if you're not Miami, I read a lot of that vitriol. Oh, Miami wasn't shit. That's just jealousy and hate because they know we fucking ran this fucking bitch forever and then go to the next league and ran it. We weren't just running it here. We ran it here and then ran it there.
And then went to Canton.
You understand? So all these other people, they wish they were us. And that's the truth. I hope Mario gets us right, man.
People who don't like Miami wanted to be like Miami. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to be like us. And this goes back to the 80s, all the way to 2003, 2004. So we got so much hate right now.
Yeah, we're paying. Like I say, man,
you said
we're
it.
paying.
Yeah.
The hate for Miami nationally.
Yeah.
Today's guys are paying for the 80s swag.
And we didn't make it no better because after the sanctions, when they took the scholarships away, we came back and won.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
So that really just pissed a couple people off.
Yeah.
Almost feels like they don't ever want us to win again.
Well, half the NCAA college rules are for Miami, like
100%.
the showboating, the taunting, getting in your face. Go watch film Miami back in the 80s.
All right, so I got one question. Just thought of it just now. Didn't even plan it. Ready? Your favorite individual play while at your time at the University of Miami?
My favorite individual play would have to be...
That screen against Florida State, bro, is lit.
Oh, you're talking about a certain play. I'm thinking like...
Yeah, what was your personal favorite play?
My personal favorite play was... I don't want to say screen. The screen is everybody's favorite play. It wasn't... I got caught in the score. My favorite play was against Pittsburgh when I jumped over the defender to score the touchdown going to the right end zone. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I was probably like the defender's on the 5-yard line or the 4, and I jumped over him to score the touchdown. I didn't think I could do it, but I made it.
Yeah.
That was my favorite play.
Man, I got to go right to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, go.
Yeah,
No,
man,
you're big.
yeah,
we were thinking of the play, the Pittsburgh play where you ran into the defensive back, and then you
it's right after that one. It's like literally, if you watch YouTube, it's like probably 2 plays after that.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like I'm running down.
All right, I'm going to check that out.
Sideline right there, the defender's right there, and everybody's coming to hit me, and I just dive over them.
The reason why that Florida State screen is everyone's face because it was the moment of that game. It was just a crucial.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking place
Hot as shit.
Exploded, man.
I remember we talked. You said it was the hottest game you ever played in.
Yeah, because remember we used to play at noon, 12 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Those were the primetime games.
Oh, my God, man.
Rough.
That motherfucker.
Oh, boy.
By the time the fourth quarter hits, you're at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
People don't realize, man, when we started this thing, like we started that. That's what it was about.
Yeah, Benny talked about it.
Yeah.
You win the fourth quarter.
This guy's an all-timer, bro.
100%.
You know what's crazy?
So,
I literally just found out I was All-American at Miami last year.
what?
I did not know that.
Really?
They didn't tell
Remember,
you?
when you used to try to go to the games, he was like, "Oh, you got to be a Hall of Famer."
Really?
When fucking what's that motherfucker who wore the tie on the sideline?
Al Golden.
Golden was there.
Yeah.
They had me banned from the Orange Bowl at one point in time. Not the Orange Bowl, Hard Rock Stadium, whatever it was.
My bad.
But now they hang the All-Americans in the rafters in the indoor facility. Restrepo and Cam Ward got it last year.
Yeah. Oh, Restrepo got it?
Restrepo is All-American last year. Yes, he is.
Wow.
They hang it. They hang his banner and Cam Ward's
Check
banner.
it. There's only 2 running backs. You know who the other one is?
Oh,
Do you know?
Edgerrin James?
No. Chuck Foreman, maybe?
Nope.
Otis Anderson?
Nope.
Nope.
Alonzo?
Hold on.
Nope.
No. Hold on. I'm going to tell you.
Let's see how good he is.
All-American?
All-American. There's only 2 of them. I'm one of them. I didn't know till I found out when I was one of them. I knew I had a great year. But then I thought about it. I said, I did go to the fucking All-American.
Wasn't on your team, right?
No.
No.
Not Duke Johnson.
Nope.
No, I'm gonna come up.
You're not going to get it because you go in the wrong area.
Yeah.
You got to go back down, not up. Just let me know when you give up.
Chuck Foreman would have been my.
You already said Otis Anderson. Not
No.
Otis.
Nope.
It was
Smokey Roan. No.
When I said he going to be like,
Melvin Bratton.
no.
No. Nah, man. I hate to go out like this.
I got one on you. You don't know?
You did, man.
You ready?
Shoot.
Cleveland Gary.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
And didn't I put him on my list?
you did.
Top 5 all time.
Cleveland Gary. He was the first,
Wow.
and I was the second.
Should have won that Notre Dame
I didn't
game.
realize he was an All-American. He was great, man. And he got fucked on that Notre. Well, we got fucked. That was not a fumble. He was great, man.
Yeah.
Dad's a big attorney.
Well, Willis, man, I cannot thank you enough for coming on. We really appreciate it.
bro.
Yeah.
We love you, man.
Absolutely. And
problem.
Definitely. So, guys, before you leave, click that subscribe button. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.